Hello everybody and welcome to today's video. So, in today's video, we're milking. It is currently, what time is it? Let's have a go and see. 5:10. So it's 5:10 on a Monday morning. And we are probably doing the worst job of the year, and we have to do it twice a year, which, well, for me it's the worst job of the year. It is TB testing. So our cows have to be TB tested twice a year because we're in a 6-month variant, which is classed as a high risk TB area, and it's the one job of the year that I hate with a passion. And if we had to do it out of choice, I wouldn't bother doing it. But we're forced to do it by the government because, well, because we have to. So what happened is today the vet will come this morning. Well, normally the cows go out to grass after milking in the morning. They won't be today. They'll be held back, so they'll be in distress, and they'll think, what the hell is going on here? And then the vet will come about 9 o'clock, and then we'll shut them all through the parlour again, and the vet will clip 2 patches on the side of the neck, and then 2 injections. One's a control injection, the other one is a strain of TB, and if they react to the strain of TB, I think it's a bottom injection she does. If they react to that, they've got TB, and they have to be tagged, separated and culled out the herd, and it's not a very accurate test, so I don't really see the point of doing it. So yeah, it takes a long time because we've got to do every single animal, and it's not a nice job. We're very fortunate with the fact that we've only ever had one reactor before, and that was nearly 5 years ago. So yeah, it causes more distress to the cows than it's worth, and it's basically a shambles, the TB test, because the cow we had reacted to the test didn't even have TB when it was slaughtered, so, you know, what's all that about? We've called a very good cow for no very good reason. So, yeah. We'll get some clips of that, and then the vet comes back in 3 days' time, so on Thursday morning, and reads all the lumps to see if they've swelled. And if it's swelled, it means she's reacted to TB, so very hectic day ahead of us, but for now the cows still need to be milked, so we'll have to do that. Still need milking each end of the day, no matter what we're doing during the day. But yeah, I'm not looking forward to today. It's the two days of the year I absolutely hate with a passion. So yeah, we'll see you in a bit. Right, so here we have the cows waiting in the parlour. The vet's there clipping and jabbing the cows in the side of the neck, as you can see. And here's me now pushing the cows through the parlour. So they were going through the parlour and then through into the race. So they were used to coming through the parlour, and then they were going into the race where the vet were catching them, and she was clipping and jabbing them. And here we have the cows all waiting to be clipped and jabbed. So we had to put a few in the holding pen because we were struggling to get them into the collecting yard and shut them in because they were all a bit wound up and didn't like what was going on. So here's the vet. You know, we could wedge 8 cows in at 7 or 8 cows in at a time, and it held them still for the vet to jab them. And here we are with the dry cows now. So we were actually only putting 6 of them in the race at the time, because they're heavily pregnant and they were taking up more room in the race. Right, so hopefully I've managed to get some clips of TB testing. So it's now milking time in the afternoon. It's just gone 4 o'clock, and yeah, he's very mentally drained now. So I know I didn't get any clips doing any of the young stock or the heifers that are outside grazing. That was just because it was a rigmarole to get the heifers up here and in the race, because that's just because the heifers aren't used to going through the race and the cows are. So that was a job and a half. Heifers, they're obviously not here, they're on the ground we rent, so that was a rigmarole. And we had to message someone who's got a crush there and see if we could use their crush, if that was alright to do so. They were happy for us to do that. But yeah, it took us till gone past 2 o'clock, so from 9 o'clock till 2, what's that? 5 hours at least. That's a good 5 hours to do 300 animals. To do over 300 animals. That's 380 that we jabbed. So yeah, it's a very mentally draining day. Doesn't help the matter that it's been raining like mad all day, and it sort of happens 9 o'clock, sort of the time I have my breakfast in the morning. In a minute, we've got a lot of calves being born, so there's a lot of calves to feed after morning milking. So I mean, that took me till quarter to. But yeah, fingers crossed for Thursday. Right, so here we have me sending the cows through the parlour. They're going through into the race again like they did on Monday, but this time, instead of being clipped or having 2 injections, they're just having their skin measured to see where the injections were in the side of the neck and the skin, to see if it had a reaction to TB or not. Right, so I didn't video much of the TB reading, but today's Thursday and that's TB reading day. So it's like 3 days. We jabbed on the Monday, today's Thursday, and we've read them. So that's... just shut that up. So next time we need to use the yoke. But I didn't video much today just because it's very hectic. I didn't video much on Monday, to be honest. But it's not a job I like doing. So here we've got the dry cows, and there's actually we've just put some heifers with them because they've got the bull with them. So dry cows, if you don't know what dry cows are, they are cows that are dry. They're cows that have had a calf, milked, and then they finished milking, they're in calf again, and they're having about a couple months, only like a month or 2 off calving, being milked before they have another calf, just to prepare themselves, for them to have a bit of a rest, if you know what I mean, just to like chill out. But here's the heifer that we've put to the bull, 119. There's another white one there, she's just gone to the bull, one behind her as well. There's one there, 259. But yeah, they've got the bull with them, these. But, oh, another heifer here. Oh, these 2 actually, this one there. He's the other bull. So we've got the bull that's out with the heifers currently. This is the old bull. So this is the one that's injured his foot. So he's not brilliant, but he's managing to serve a few. But we'll talk about that in another video. But we've passed. Basically, we've passed our TB test. So everything's gone well and smoothly. We did have a couple of cows that slipped on the yard and got down, but they got up and went again. It's not something I like doing. TB testing is the one job. We do it every 6 months, and it's the one job I just hate with a passion. If we could do farming without TB testing, we'd do it, but you can't farm cattle without TB testing, because TB is not a very nice disease, but it causes more problems than it's worth, in my own opinion. Because 4.5 years ago we had a cow that reacted to the TB skin test, and that cow, it was during COVID. We'd just gone into COVID lockdown, and that cow was taken away, slaughtered. She was heavy in calf at the time. She was actually a dry cow at the time. Slaughtered. They found no TB in her, and she had a lump on the size of her neck, the size of a golf, like a tennis ball, I'd say. But so she was, she reacted to the skin test, but it wasn't positive at the slaughterhouse. So, that cow's been slaughtered, and they've not found TB in it. Well, that's waste of a good animal, really. But then you can also say well, the TB might have been on a like a microscope level that they won't find in a slaughterhouse. So, oh well, it's one of them things. But that causes more aggro than it was worth, because we spent 6 months shut up under TB restrictions, unable to move anything off the farm, and 2 60-day tests, and then we had a couple of inconclusive reactors, and then inconclusive reactors then shut you up again. But yeah, that's TB testing for you. It's more hassle than it's worth. And there was actually a programme on telly a couple of months ago, I think, and it was about badger culling, because badgers are culled because of TB, currently, I might say. But it was like, he's shooting badgers for no reason, and this, that, and other. And they showed badgers being shot, basically. Now, they didn't show any cows being shot. You know what I mean? If you're going to show, that's a one-sided story, in my own opinion, because, you've got badgers being shot, but, footage of badgers being shot, but no footage of cows being shot because of TB. Because I think they have changed the regulations a little bit since when we went down with TB, on how, what they could do, and the rules after they've changed a little bit, I think. But anyway, I'm not getting all into that. That's a different subject. But for now, we are TB clear, and we don't have to test again now until next March, April time, for 6 months, basically. So, yeah, just give you a little insight of TB testing. Oh, and in case I didn't explain properly, you'll see, I managed to video bits of the cows coming through the parlour. As they were coming through into this race, and then the vet was stopping them and measuring the lumps. So, as they were coming through, she was measuring each lump to see if there's been a reaction. So that's how they measure TB. And if the bottom lump, I'm pretty sure it's the bottom lump, is bigger than the top lump, that's when they know it's got TB. Well, it should do, because the skin test shows it does. But, that skin test is outdated. They should have a better way to do it. My own opinion would be, why hasn't someone out there developed a vaccine you can give to cows when they're a calf to vaccinate them for life against TB? You know what? That would be the simple answer to it. Because someone did tell me a while ago that there is a TB vaccine, but it's banned because if you jab an animal, a cow with it, when you do a skin test on it, it shows up that that animal's got TB. So that's why it's banned. But hey ho, they vaccinate badgers. Why don't they vaccinate cows? But anyway, I'm waffling on a bit now, so we'll leave it at that for now. But I hope you've enjoyed this little video. I've not really videoed much of TB testing. I've just got a video of me waffling on a bit. But the stress and everything that goes with TB testing is just, it drains you. It's not a job you want to do. And at the end of the day, we've got to do it like everything else. So, yeah, give it a thumbs up and subscribe below. And I'll see you in my next one.